Now, since yesterday, tens of thousands of people have been displaced, most of them in the south of Lebanon.
They struck right next to our house and our building was shaking. We got very stressed. This is why we had to leave and we came here. We were told it's safe here.
The bombing started reaching us and everyone else. May God protect everyone. So I had no choice but to find a lift for us. I took my family and my mother, and we came here to this school in Sidon, which we were told had opened as a shelter.
Well, those displaced people you were just hearing from there are in Sidon, a city south of Beirut. Our reporter James André is also in Sidon. He joins me on the programme live now. James, I understand you yourself are also at a shelter today for some of those who've had to flee. Give us a sense of the conditions for people there.
Yes, well, you can see behind me a school here in central Sidon, and inside this school are sheltering 400 people, 75 families. There's still people arriving from the south as we speak. Now the classrooms have been opened, mattresses has been handed out so that people can sleep on the floor in these rooms. I was speaking to one of the families earlier on, a 15-member family who arrived from a city in the south, a village called Marrakech, which has been hit very strongly by these Israeli airstrikes. So we were told first, they explained that in fact they were attending a funeral at that specific moment, a death that was unrelated to the airstrikes, and it's that precise moment that there were missiles that started falling on the village. There were people lightly injured at this funeral, but people rushed off to see if their houses were still standing. This specific family, well, the whole of one of the exterior walls of their house had been ripped off, so they just jumped in the car. They couldn't take any of their stuff, and they arrived here in this school. The father was telling me that they have nowhere to go and they don't know what they will be doing. They are way too scared to return in their village or anywhere near it, so they're going to be staying at this school for the time being. Now we have volunteers here who are helping them, handing out water, handing out food, and the head of this school telling me that their objective is to try and open other schools and universities to house these refugees that are arriving en masse. It is a huge traffic jam around the city of Sidon. Ourselves, it took us 3 hours to get here simply because all the roads have been redirected so that people could get through the city easily, but still like that, you see cars packed with people, 10, 15 people in the cars with their belongings on the roof, trying to get out of the south, aiming for northern Lebanon or at least a relative safety around Beirut.
And James, take us then to the latest today. We are hearing reports of this strike in the capital in Beirut this afternoon. What do you know about that?
Well, we're definitely going to have more details that emerge in coming hours. You know, this missile hit this southern suburb of Lebanon at 3:37 here local time, and apparently, according to Israeli media, the target was Ibrahim Mohammed Robeishi. Now, he is one of the heads of the external operations of Hezbollah, in charge of the missiles also, and overseas operations. So a very important member of the organization indeed. It appears, according to the first elements that we are hearing, but once again, this is all yet to be made more clear, but it appears 2 missiles have struck the apartment where he was at the 4th or 5th floor of a building. We do not know yet if he has been killed. We know that one person has been killed in this attack. This is once again very preliminary. It was only a few minutes ago, so of course we have yet to get all the details, but it is the second time in just 3 days that Israel hit the southern suburb of Beirut. When it comes to strikes, there are a lot less around here where I am standing today than there were yesterday when our team actually witnessed 5 of those strikes directly. We have not heard any strikes in the immediate vicinity of Sidon. What we have heard, though, is that there have been strikes more to the south, including around a village called Ramesh, which is very close to the border, and also in the Bekaa Valley. But it seems that there are less massive strikes, if you will, than there were yesterday, more targeted, and less air raids, at least in this neighborhood or this area around this city where I'm standing right now.
James André live for us in Sidon in the south of Lebanon. Thanks very much indeed.